So till now we have learned about the polynomial. What is a polynomial? How to identify the polynomial? The general form of polynomial is given by a0 x to the power n plus a1 x to the power n minus 1 plus a2 x to the power n minus 2, going on, going on. The second last term is an minus 1 x plus an. Here we are getting that the power or exponent of the variable x is continuously decreasing till we are reaching to the last constant. Each of these are called as the terms. In this a0, a1, a2, all these are called as coefficient. It must be a real number. The other one, power to this x, say n minus 1, n minus 2, means any power to this x or exponent of x must be a whole number. It cannot be negative, it cannot be fraction, it cannot be irrational, it cannot be decimal, etc. This highest power to this x is called that degree of this polynomial. So degree is just only one term, or degree is only one, means which of these terms have the highest power of the x, that will give us the degree. So degree of this polynomial is n, and n must be a whole number. Whole number, it means n can start from 0 to 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5. You can take any value. Now depending on the value of n, means if you are choosing this n is equals to 0 or 1 or 2 or 3, different names are given for different kind of polynomials. Means this general form takes the different category or different types that we have to learn. Student, therefore depending on the value of n, different types of polynomials are. What could be the value of n? N can be the 0 also. If, so let us write one by one. If n is equals to 0, what is this general form? The px simply means a0 x to the power 0. Keep in mind, can I write the second term? a1 x to the power 0 minus 1 and so on. Can I write? Student, this is not possible. These terms are not possible. Otherwise, it is going to give us a1 x to the power minus 1. So x cannot have any negative power, fractional power. So the term ahead of these are not possible. So just leave these terms. Now what it becomes? Even we are knowing that x to the power 0 is always 1. Means any number to the power 0 or any variable to the power 0 is 1. So this is simply what? A 0. Means a0. It is what? A real number. A real number. Means what? Example. If I am taking, say, 7 only, whether 7 is a polynomial or not? Yes, 7 can be written as 7 into x to the power 0. Yes, a polynomial. Yes, a polynomial. So such a polynomial, even minus of root 2, whether it is a polynomial or not? Yes, root 2 is a real number. Minus of root 2 x to the power 0 can be written. So such a number, what we are observing as the real number, they are also called as the polynomial, and such a polynomial is called as real polynomial. So about the real polynomial, we have to keep in mind the polynomial of degree 0 means how to identify any real number act as a real polynomial. So it is what? Any real number. Now the question is whether 0 is possible or not. Directly only 0. So if we are taking say 0, yes, this can be written as. So what will be the degree for this 0? A student, it simply means 0 multiplied by x to the power 0 is also possible, because x to the power 0 is 1. You can say at that time or this time the degree is what? 0. But a student, we can also write this as 0 into x to the power 1. At this time you will say degree is 1. A student, you can also write like this, 0 into x square. At this time you will say the degree is 2. You may also write 0 into any value of this degree you may take, say x to the power n. So degree can be n. So for 0 the ambiguity arises, but such ambiguity do not arises with 7, because 7 cannot be written as, can I write this 7 as 7 into x square? No, it becomes simply 7x square. So such ambiguity do not arises with this 7. So we are not considering this case. So because of this ambiguity, what will be the what will be the degree of the polynomial? This 0, we are keeping this 0 in a separate category called as 0 polynomial. So degree, in this case, we are understanding that degree cannot be stated or cannot be say, means degree cannot be determined, means degree is not unique, not a particular one, degree cannot be told. Therefore, in this case, or such a polynomial is called as 0 polynomial. So degree is not fixed or cannot determine. Determine means exactly the value can be told in mathematics. So therefore, only the polynomial px is equals to 0 is called as a 0 polynomial. So for this 0 polynomial, degree is not defined. Keep in mind, it is asking MCQ. Degree is not defined. Degree can be 0, 1, 2, 3, anything you can say like that. But for the real polynomial, these are the any real number whose degree is always 0, x to the power 0. So for the 0 polynomial, it is 0 only. Means only 1 0 is called as 0 polynomial. All the other real numbers are called as real polynomial. So this was regarding the degree 0, and exclusively this second category that we have learned was this one. So make this as a note. These are very important things, students, or very much basic for the entire mathematics, where you have to just understand what do we mean by the degree, what are different type of polynomial, because different type of equations, a quadratic, cubic, that is based on this polynomial one. It was this one. Now let us consider this n is equals to 1. So let us write the third possibility is if n is equals to 1. This implies, how is this polynomial? Polynomial px will be the first term a0 x to the power 1 plus a2 x to the power 1, sorry, a1 x to the power 1 minus 1 plus a2 x to the power 1 minus 2. But here we are observing that this become negative, so these terms are not possible, so we need to end it here. But x to the power 0 is possible because power can be the whole number, but x to the power 0 is 1, so it becomes simply a0, even x to the power 1, so 1 is not written, plus a1. So this is the general form of the polynomial. So such a polynomial is called as linear polynomial. Sometime rather than writing this a0, a1, we are denoting this coefficient of this x by a only and this constant term by b only. Mean the same thing, whether you denote by this or this form. Here we are getting that the degree of this polynomial is 1. Such a polynomial. Example, let us take few example or write few example. Example, if I am writing this 7x, just associating, what is this? Yes, it is following the condition that 7x plus 0, the constant is 0 only. If I am writing minus of 3x plus of 2, yes, it is in the form of ax plus b. A is our minus 3, the constant b is our 2. So such a polynomial are called as linear polynomial. So right, this polynomial is called as linear polynomial. So you have to keep in mind all these terms. This polynomial is called as linear polynomials. Example, or how to identify its degree must be 1. General form, x to the power can be 1 only. So while x to the power 1, it might have some coefficient and the other term will be constant term, because the other term must have the power of x less than this 1. It can be 0. X to the power 0 is 1, so only constant term. These are. So it is called as linear polynomial. Keep in mind, student. Now let us come for the fourth category, called as if we are choosing the n value as 2. So how become the polynomial px? A student, it become a0 x squared. The other term will have the coefficient of this x increasing. Let me x1. Then this power x square. So 2 minus 1. Let me write plus a2 x to the power 2 minus 2 plus a3 x to the power 2 minus 3, going on. But a student, here we are getting these are going to give us negative power of x. So these terms are not possible in their general form. So we need to leave it. Now this become our a0 x square plus a1 x, 2 minus 1 is 1, not required to write. a2, 2 minus 2 is 0. So this is the general form. Rather than writing a0, a1, a2, the convenient way of taking this coefficient, because they are limited in number, we are taking as ax square plus bx plus c. So this is the general form. Example, let us take some example. Students, if I am writing 7x square plus 2x minus 3, on comparing, here we are getting that our a is 7, b is 2, c is minus 3. Okay, student? Yes, it is a quadratic polynomial. If I am taking 3x square plus 2, whether it is quadratic or not, yes, this can be, because this coefficient can be the real and 0 is also real, because this can be written as 3x square plus or minus of 0 into x plus of 2. So what we are observing, it have the 3 terms with the coefficient b equal to 0. So keep in mind how to choose, and b as 0. Students, here c is 2. A student, can I take here minus, say in place of this The missing term, we are associating it with the 0 coefficient multiplied by x so that it becomes 0. Can I take this minus? You can take at that time what you shall write? Minus 0. But we are knowing that 0 is always 0. It is never written with the minus 0. Okay? Because 0 is a neutral integer. I had explained in chapter 1. So please do not miss all those basic things which are the pillar of our mathematics. That's why in general we are putting the plus, and the 0 is always written without the symbol positive or negative. Okay, student? Means if the term is missing, it simply means its coefficient is taken as 0. A student, can I write as the, say, 2x plus 5 as 0x square plus 2x plus 5, and this as the quadratic with a is equals to 0, b is equals to 2, and c is equals to 5. Keep in mind, this is not correct. Why not correct? Because the highest x that is present in this is the 1 only. The lower value of power of x or lower degree term may be missing, but highest degree term cannot be increased than whatever given in the expression or polynomial itself. So student, you have to write this and you have to cut it. Okay, now means what we have concluded from here, that this x square term cannot be missing. Why? When x square term is missing, it simply means this is our this one kind. It is this kind. It become a linear polynomial. Students, so keep in mind, become a linear polynomial. Therefore, we have to write that here a should never be 0. Keep in mind, student. It is very important. Okay. So therefore, how is our quadratic polynomial, student? Ax square plus bx plus c. This is the form of quadratic polynomial with a cannot be 0, else it will converted into the linear polynomial. A, B, C are the real number, and in this B and C can be 0. So right, such a polynomial is called as, this second category of polynomial is called as quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial simply means the polynomial of degree 2 is called as quadratic polynomial. The general form of this quadratic polynomial is given by ax square. See, degree 2 means x have the highest power 2. Write the other term with lower power of x till this power of x can be 0, but it cannot be negative. To C, C is acting as the constant term, where A cannot be 0, B and C can be 0, then that term missing. Means that term or that the coefficient of the missing x is taken as 0, as I had explained in this second question. Okay, but this A cannot be 0, else what it become? Otherwise become linear polynomial, student. Otherwise become linear polynomial, right? This cause why we cannot take this A is equals to 0. If we are choosing A is equals to 0, then it become a linear polynomial. A linear polynomial is separately defined. So this is the fourth thing that we have to keep in mind. And we have to focus about this fourth kind of polynomial exclusively in our chapter, but a bit more we have to touch, or some more things are in your syllabus. So write down the fifth. if this n is equals to 3, this implies the general form will get converted into a0 x 3 plus a1 x 3 minus 1 plus a2 x 3 minus 2 plus a3 x 3 minus 3 plus a4 x 3 minus 4, but a5 x 3 minus 5, but here we are getting these are going to give us negative power of x, so these are not possible. So leave these terms, student, be careful. Now this can be simplified for a0 x cube plus a1 x square plus a2 x. Only 3 minus 2 is 1 and 1 is not written, plus a3 3 minus 3 x to the power 0, that become 1. So a3 multiplied by 1 is a3 is written. This is this one. And even to rather to remember in a0 a1 a2, we are writing this coefficient in simple ABC. So polynomial is a x cube plus b x square plus cx plus d. This is the general form of polynomial. Example, if we are taking the say minus of 3x cube, or let me take minus of 5x cube minus x, whether it is a polynomial or not, yes, the coefficients are real and highest power of x is 3. So degree is 3 and other one power of x is 1. So it is whole number. So yes, then whether how to express in this standard form, this can be written as minus 5x cube. See, x squared term is missing here, student. Therefore, what to take? 0 into x square, because 0 into x square becomes 0. That is not required to write in simplified form. But while we want to write this expression in the standard form means all the power of x should present. It means the coefficient of x square is 0. That's why this term is missing. Now the x is already given. This is x. It simply means 1 into x or minus 1 into x. Also the constant term is missing. Now here we are getting, it is written in the descending order with all the power of x till the constant term. So from here we can get that our a is minus 5, b is 0, c is minus 1, d is also 0. Students, even if you are writing just only x cube, it is also okay. It simply means it is our x cube plus 0x square plus 0x plus 0. It simply means a is 1, b is 0, c is 0, d is also 0. Students, if we are taking like this, say x square plus 5, can I write this as 0 into x cube plus x square plus 0 into x plus 5? No, this becomes wrong. Student, this is not the way of writing. Why? Because it is the quadratic. It is a quadratic. So degree means the highest power of x must be given in the question. The power cannot be increased from our side, but their lower power can be considered as missing because their coefficients are 0. It's that much simple. Now, so here we are observing that this coefficient of x cube cannot be 0. Let us take one more example. Say root of 2x cube plus 7x minus root 3 x square plus 5. Is it or not? Yes, a student, though it is not written in a standard form. So for the comparison and finding these coefficients, we need to first rearrange in descending power of x. So we shall write this first as root 2x cube minus of root 3x square plus 7 of x plus of 5. Then I shall write our a is root 2, b is minus root 3, c is 7, and d is 5. Okay, students, so be careful. First rearrange, then find a, b, c. Otherwise it become wrong. You cannot say here b as, say here a as root 2, b as 7. No, this become wrong here. Okay, now because the power must be descending, then we can get their coefficients. It is this one. So what about this 3-degree polynomial? This 3-degree polynomial have a special name. This is called as cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial means the polynomial of degree 3, means the highest power of the x present in this expression or the polynomial must be 3. The general form is given by ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a cannot be 0, otherwise it become quadratic, or even the x square is missing, then it become the linear also. Here b, c, d, they can be 0, and other condition like a, b, c, d must be real, it must be followed, otherwise it cannot be called as a polynomial. So while using the term polynomial, it is inherent that a, b, c, d must be real. Okay, it is this one. So it is this one. Up to this much we have to learn just few terms that you will come across in our books and elsewhere, what they are. So this was up to cubic polynomial. Just for nomenclature or just for your knowledge, few more terms are there. So write down the sixth one. If n value is 4, the polynomial px will be given by a0 x to the power 4 plus a1 x cube plus a2 x square plus a3 x plus a4, or this may also be written in the term of abcd, ax to the power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e. So this have the degree 4 and it is called as biquadratic polynomial. So biquadratic means simply the polynomial whose degree is 4. Just you have to keep in mind. And the general form is start with 4, ax to the power 4, write the other. So cube with changing the coefficient, bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e. These are. Here again the condition is that a cannot be 0, otherwise it will no longer be biquadratic or degree 4. So here B, C, D and A, all these things must be real, but this B, C, D, E can be 0 also. Let me just write one example. Even if I am writing minus 7x to the power 4, yes, it is also. I may write 7x to the power 4 plus 4x square minus 3. Yes, it is also. The coefficient x cube is 0 and x is also 0. It is. I hope you might be getting everything. Similarly, the power can be 5, 6, 7 and different names are given. Those names are not important. Okay. So up to these 3, cubic is important for us. And this chapter exclusively deal with the quadratic. But in addition to that, we will come across this biquadratic, where we need to find all the zeros of such biquadratic polynomials. Say let me take one more example. X to the power 4 minus 3x cube plus 2x square minus x plus 5. So here x to the power 5, it means it will have the, x to the power 4, it means it is the biquadratic. There will be the 4 values of x which can make this equation 0, that we are going to learn. So those possible values of x are called as the zeros. So what they are, that we are going to learn now. So this was all about the type of polynomial. Student, there is other classification just for your understanding. So other classification you have learned in class 9th, but recall just. So other classification is based on number of terms, based on number of terms. So if number of term is 1 only, means 1 terms only, such a polynomial is called as monomial. Example, even if you are writing 7 is a polynomial and acting as a monomial. If you are writing 3x square, yes, only one term, though it is quadratic, but it is monomial. It is the real polynomial, but monomial. If you are writing minus of 8x to the power 5, yes, degree 5 polynomial, but monomial. The second one, if 2 terms are there only, if there are 2 terms, binomial, then it is called as binomial. Example, student, it doesn't depend on which kind of degree you are writing, but keep in mind, like term must be simplified. If we are taking 7 plus 2, can we call this as binomial? Or 7 plus 2x? Okay, this is one kind of term, this is another kind of term. So 2 kinds of term must be there. This cannot be binomial, because 7 plus 2, this 7 and 2 are like term, it is forming 9. Okay, so this is not a binomial. Okay, no, because they are the like. So first you have to simplify the type of terms, means the like terms. Then you have to observe that there are 2 kind of terms. It is this one. Any degree there can be, say 8x4 plus 5x you are writing? Yes, it is also binomial. Just for understanding or recalling, I am using. If there are three kind of terms only, then it is called as trinomial. Example, if I have 7 plus 2x minus 3x 4, it doesn't matter what is the degree, but here one term, two term and three terms are there. Okay, if I am taking 5x minus 7x to the power 4 plus 3x cube, yes, three term, so it is a trinomial. So it is this one. If the four terms only, it is called as tetranomial. It is called as tetranomial. Example, 2 plus 3x plus 4 x square plus 5, even taking different kind of variable, we may make it. It is like this one. A student, by combining the above two nomenclature, we can say the, or we can give the complete name. Combination of above two gives complete name. How is this? Let us see few example only. If I am writing 7x cube plus 5, what is this? So one is based on this degree, another is based on these terms. So degree wise there is 3 and term wise it is 2. So degree wise it is 3, means it is the cubic. These have given the name cubic, but 2, so these have given the name binomial. So it is a cubic binomial. Polynomials. Or no need to write, while using the term binomial, no need to write again the term polynomial. So it is this. The other way, let us take one more example. Say 7x plus 5x square minus 3. 1, 2, 3 terms, so it becomes trinomial, and highest one is 2, so it is our quadratic trinomial. Quadratic trinomial. Okay, it could be this one. So this was all about the type of polynomials. Along with this nomenclature, I had explained everything. Now let us go for various terms associated with this quadratic or cubic or the linear polynomials. Means for all kind of terms or for the all kind of polynomials, we are using certain common feature for analyzing this polynomial. What they are? They are, one is called as the value of polynomial, another is called as zeros of polynomial. So write values of polynomial and zeros of polynomials and zeros. Zero, or if more than one zero is possible, then it is called as zeros of a polynomial. Polynomial we are denoting by px. Here x is a variable, means it can take different values, while taking different values, substituting in this polynomial px, we will get different values of px. So it can give different values of px. Example, let us understand with example. The polynomial px be say 2x square minus 5. I'm taking this one as the polynomial. Then this x can take any value. Let x is equals to 0. Then what is this px? The value of px is denoted by p0. Putting x equals to 0. So it become, substitute 0 in place of x. 2 into 0 square minus 5. It becomes 0 minus 5. It is our minus 5. So p0 is minus 5. Or sometimes also written as px for the value x is equals to 0 is minus 5. Both are the ways of writing. Px line x equals to 0 is minus 5. This indicates the polynomial px is taking the value minus 5 at x equals to 0. So in different books you may get different kind of denotation, but this one is mostly used. So here I have taken this value of x. If we are taking the value of x as x is equals to say minus 1, then our p of minus 1 is 2 minus 1 square minus of 5. It is our minus 1 square is 1 minus 5. 2 ones are 2 minus 5 is minus 3. So this is the value of polynomial px at x equals to minus 1. Let this x is equals to 1, then this p1 become twice 1 square minus 5. Again it is 2 into 1 minus 5. It is our 2 minus 5 minus 3. So p1 is also coming as minus 3. Here the interesting thing is that, so this polynomial have the same value at x is equals to minus 1 and 1. So it is possible. But how many such values can be the same for different values of x? That is determined by its degree. Since it is a 2-degree polynomial or quadratic polynomial, so for 2 value of x, it may have the same value of polynomial, but cannot have more than 2 value of x for which it have the same values. Okay, so that we will learn just after a few minutes. So just we have to note what are these. So students, here we have to keep in mind these were the value of x. X equals to 0, x equals to minus 1, x is equals to 1, and these at x equals to 0 the value minus 5, at x equals to minus 1 the value minus 3, at x equals to 1 value also minus 3. So these are the values of polynomials. So write few things here. So they have same values, and these 3 are called as the values of, means all these 3 are the values of polynomial. Whatever the polynomial given denoted by px, and these were the values of variables that we have. These are the values of variable. So keep in mind there is a difference. For different values of variable we are getting different values of polynomial. It is simply mean that. So values, substitute or take the value of variable x, get the value of polynomial. It's that much easy. The term values of polynomial have only this much significance. But what is more useful or more significant thing is this one. Students, this topic, zeros of polynomial. The name itself indicates zeros, zero or zeros. Zeros is the plural of 0. but it is basically 0. So understand it very carefully. 0 means something going to give us 0 of polynomial. Polynomial is what? Px. Means what? Zeros of polynomial. Means polynomial have to be made to be 0. Or when this polynomial becomes 0, then all those values of x are called as zeros of polynomial. Means what? So here, when this px is equals to 0, then such values of x are zeros of polynomial. 0, if only one value of x is possible, it is called as 0. More than one value, called zeros of polynomial. That's that much easy. So students, what is this zeros of polynomial? So write down the definition now. Zeros of polynomial. Zeros of polynomial, right? Zeros, 0 or zeros of a polynomial px. So zeros of polynomial, keep in mind, zeros of polynomial is not the value of polynomial. These are the values of polynomial. But zeros of polynomial are the values of variable, value if it is 1, or values of variable, since only one kind of variable we are considering, so only one variable is here, but more than one variable is also possible. That you will learn in higher study. Okay, student? So keep in mind, here our variable is this x only. Okay, now value of polynomial, so this x. So zeros of polynomial are the value or values of polynomial for which the value of polynomial is 0. Value of polynomial is 0. Keep in mind. So student, again read this carefully. What is zeros of polynomial? It is the value of variable that we need to find, or the value of the variable for which the value of polynomial is 0. So these two things are very important. Keep in mind. It is only this much. But we'll understand how is this. Means mathematically how to write this expression. That is, if this px is equals to 0, then find x. So all these values of x are, so these x that we will calculate after equating the polynomials equals to 0 will be the zeros of polynomial. So it gives zeros of polynomial. Let us see. So the two kind of thing arises. One thing is either some of the values of x are given and you need to check whether these are the zeros or not, or other time directly the polynomial is given and you will have to find its zeros. So means one kind of question is checking for zeros or not. The other one is finding all zeros of the polynomial Px. So these are the two things that we have to understand in this topic. The concept is only this much. So again, if the value of x is given, substitute the value of x in this Px, find whether it is coming 0 or not. If it is coming 0, then it will be called as 0. If not, then it will not be zeros. That we have also learned in class 9. Now here we have to focus over the second one, but let me take one question. So check for 0 or zeros of polynomial. The first one is x square minus x minus 6 for x is equals to, you have to check for 1, 2, minus 2, 3, minus 3. We have to check for this one. The second one, say x square minus 4 for x is equals to 0, 2, minus 2 and 3. Very easy. Students, let me explain. Whatever the polynomial given, you put the habit of writing that polynomial in the symbol form. So let Px is equals to x square minus x minus 6. While denoting this by Px, it becomes more convenient for writing for the x equals to 1. Otherwise, you may have to write in the in English language, given polynomial, let x equals to 1, substitute the value of x in Px. You need to substitute, write this bigger expression, then again write. So to avoid that, you just denote it. Then what is x equals to 1? Means for x is equals to 1, here we can write for x is equals to 1, we are going to check P1. So it becomes 1 square minus 1 minus of 6. Here we are getting 1 minus 1, it is minus 6. This is not equals to 0. So when this is not coming as 0, from here we can say whatever this value of x, means x equals to 1 cannot be a 0. It's implemented. Similarly, we have to check for the others. For x is equals to 2. What is value of polynomial P2? It becomes 2 square minus 2 minus of 6. It becomes 2 square is 4 minus 2 and minus 6. 4 minus 8, it is our minus 4. This implies x equals to 2 cannot be a 0. Let us take for x is equals to minus 2, P of minus 2 minus 2 square minus of, this is the minus sign, but the x itself is minus, so put minus 2 again. Keep in mind, it was our x square, so minus 2 square, minus symbol we have to take as it is, and since the x itself is minus, so take another bracket, put it in minus. So minus 2 minus of 6. It becomes now 4. This minus will change this sign. This is coming as 0. Now when it is coming as 0, it means what we are getting? This Px. So let us conclude this once more. So here we are getting P of minus 2 is 0. So what was the definition? Come here for the definition. if this px is coming as 0, then that values of x are called as the zeros of polynomial. In this case, here we are getting that p of minus 2 is coming as 0. So this implies x is equals to minus 2. This is the value of x is a 0. For x is equals to 3, let us check it. P of 3 is going to give us 3 square minus of 3 minus of 6. Substituted here. It becomes 9. This is other 9. Minus 3 minus 6 is minus 9. This is 0. So from here we can conclude that therefore this value of x as 3, this value, whatever this value we have substituted, this value is other 0. 1 0 we had calculated this. Therefore what we are observing that this px have zeros, more than 1 zeros. So it is our minus 2 and 3. These are the zeros. It is this one. It is that much easy. So this way we have observed that the polynomial, for the given polynomial and given values of x, we can check which of them are the zeros and which of them are not zeros. Here we have observed x is equals to minus 2 and x equals to 3 are the zeros, other are not zeros. Here you will also observe in this case this 2 square 4 minus 4 0 minus 2 square, this will also be the zeros. You will just practice this in your home by the same way. So this way, for a given polynomial, the zeros can be determined for the given values of x. But sometime or many a time or in your standard, only the polynomial is given and you have to find their zeros, the second category. So first category in class 9th we have done in more detail. We have to focus for the second category. So this was for the first category. So finding the zeros of a polynomial. How is that? Finding 0 or zeros of a polynomial. A student, definition wise, zeros of a polynomial, we will apply the definition or the concept means finding zeros means we will calculate the x for which the given polynomial px become 0. This is the only a small tool that we have to use or a small rule that we have to use in this topic. But what we will do practically, a student, first we will equate this given polynomial with 0 and we will find all the values in this. A student, this definition is applicable for all kind of polynomial irrespective whether it is a quadratic, cubic, linear, for everyone. So for all kind of polynomials. Now how to find this x? So for finding x, there are certain methods, just I am going to enumerate. For calculating x, the method that we are following. So for calculating x, method that we used, so that depends on the degree of the polynomial. If it is the linear one, just keep the variable on left hand side, send all the constant on the right hand side. That is the only one way. So if it is the linear collect. So find x. Very easy. No explanation is required. Example, if the polynomial is given as 7x plus 2, find its 0. Find zeros of this polynomial. The question is like this one. Let me write in the form of question. The same thing. So linear के लिए आपको कोई चिंता नहीं करनी है. Example. So find zero of 7x minus of 3. If it is like this one, then what you will do for finding this zero, this polynomial? So first you write the rule or formula what we are going to apply. That is the best habit of solving mathematics. Okay, now? So what is the condition for finding these zeros? For zeros, the polynomial px had to be equated to 0. This is the only rule. This implies this 7x minus 3 have to equate to 0. Keep this x on the left hand side. Bring this constant on the right hand side. This is going to give 3/7. That's all. Okay. So it was for the linear one. That's very easy. But if it is the quadratic, for the quadratic, a student, linear means the degree was 1 only. So that's why x at only one place. Quadratic means the degree is 2 now. Now in this case, there are total 3 methods. The first one is called as splitting the middle term or factorization, that we have learned in class 9th. So the first one is splitting, or right, for the factorization. So factorization, or this is also called as splitting the middle term. So a into c, first into third method, or sometime also called as splitting middle term. Splitting middle term, it is this one. The second method, this we will learn in quadratic equation basically. The second method, because directly question is not asked by that way, but that is the method which is used in our quadratic equation. But write down, but that can also be applied here. The second method is our completing the square. Completing the square, this method. And third one is called as quadratic formula method. Quadratic formula. Quadratic formula or discriminant method. Here, this formula is very easy. If you are given with ax square plus bx plus c, if this is equated to 0, then this x can be calculated by substituting in this formula. Take this coefficient of x with the negative sign, add, take the under root of this coefficient of x, means b square minus 4 times of the coefficient of x square multiplied by the constant term a into c by 2. It is this one. So once you have to take the minus b, in that you have to add this value. So that is to be divided by 2 into a. Other time, in place of this addition, you need to take the subtraction. So for writing, both of them means addition and subtraction are written together in this single formula. This way we learn. Okay, but here if required, sometime we are also using, and basically the graph is based on this condition only. Okay, that we will do later. So these are the three methods. For the cubic, it is the factorization method which is the best one. Even biquadratic, cubic and biquadratic for the higher one. For the cubic or higher polynomial means n is greater equal 3, then there is only one universal method. So there can be other, there are also some formula but not required. The general method I am telling you. Then the first is give the trial to find 1 zeros. Then divide the given polynomial to get the quadratic polynomial. So give trial to find few zeros. At least 1 zero you have to determine. Then divide the polynomial given px by whatever these zeros that you will get, say x value that you will get as say k. Then you will take x minus k as new polynomial as gx. Sorry. So this px by this gx, which is a polynomial found by taking the zeros, which is determined by taking trial or giving trial to get either quadratic or linear, to get quadratic or linear polynomial, then use earlier method or methods. This is the tool. So how we are applying this, I will explain each of them. The student, very much conceptual and very easy to find. So the concept, we need to find the zeros. I'm going to explain each and everything. So linear is, I think this doesn't deserve any explanation because you are already knowing all these things. Okay. So linear, let us leave it. Let us start with the quadratic. A student, here we have observed that if we are considering the quadratic polynomial, then we have got the 2 zeros for which the values are same. Okay. Similarly, we can get maximum 2 zeros for a quadratic polynomial, 3 zeros for the cubic polynomial. What I mean, say, write in the form of notes. So the degree of polynomial, if you are knowing the degree of polynomial, then how many zeros are possible or how many values will be equal, both mean the same thing. Then possible number of real zeros, real zero or zeros. A student, at your level you have to learn about the real numbers only. That's why we are talking for the real zeros. If we are considering the complex, it is always fixed. So if the degree is 1, then there will be 1 zeros only. Example, if I am taking 3x minus 12 or say plus 12, so what could be the value of x which can satisfy it? So here we are getting x is equals to minus 4. It is only zeros. How we have found it? Just by equating this to 0, and we have calculated this x as minus 12 by 3. This is our minus 4. Okay, it is only one value. other than this one value of x, means x is equals to -4, you cannot get any other value of x which can make this polynomial as 0. So this, how many zeros are there, that we are writing here. So number of zeros we have taken here. That is number of zeros we have. And the degree of the polynomial means if there is degree is 1, then number of real zeros will also be 1. If it is 2, then you will find that the number of possible real zeros can be 2. Example, let us take the simple one, x square minus 9. If you are taking x is equals to 3 square minus 9 means 9 minus 9 is 0. Even if we are taking x is equals to -3, then also -3 square is 9 minus 9 is 0. So x is equals to -3 and 3. These are the two zeros. How we have calculated this? So x square minus 9 is equated to 0. X square is equals to 9. So in chapter 1 in maths basic I had explained, while this square will go on the other side in the term of root, both positive and negative need to be taken. So once while taking positive sign it become 3, other time taking negative sign it become -3. Or the other way was that this can be written as x square minus 3 square is equals to 0. Break it, a plus b and a minus b. So x minus 3 and x plus 3 is equated to 0. Okay, here I have used the identity a square minus b square is there. This can be written as a minus b into a plus b. I have used this identity, students. I hope इतना तो आप एटलीस्ट समझते होंगे, और यदि आप इतना नहीं समझते हैं तो आप हमारे साथ सिंक्रोनाइज करने में आपको बहुत डिफिकल्टी होगी. Okay, so that's why we have written this. Now this is 0, it means the first bracket could be 0 or second bracket could be 0. X minus 3 is equals to 0 or x plus 3 is equals to 0. Here we can get x is equals to 3. From here we can get x is equals to -3. That's why x is equals to 3 and -3 are the two possible values of x. So here I had used the factorization method. Here just simplification. So this was our method 2 I had explained. This was directly by the method 1. Okay, student. So it simply means what we are observing here. Whatever the degree of polynomial, the same number of possible zeros could be there. So let us take few more. If n is equals to 3, here you will also get 3 zeros. Leave it, you can verify by taking the other one. So student, the simple rule is that number of, write this final statement, number of possible zeros, zero or zeros, student, keep in mind, zeros means the value of polynomial should be 0. So number of possible zeros or equal values of polynomials. Okay, no, that may also be possible. So write in the bracket that I had explained earlier. Like here we have observed that, see here I had explained the value of polynomial is -3 for the two values of this x. Getting now? Means how much values of x are possible for which the polynomial have same values, or here we are getting that here we had calculated these values as 0. for the two values of x mean the same thing. If we are talking in the term of zeros, the value become 0 only. So number of possible zeros or equal values of polynomial. A student, whatever written in bracket, this is asked in your NTSC. The question was very simple. The question was like this: how many values of x for which a given polynomial have equal values? Getting? So that is same as the number of zeros. Zeros is what? The value of polynomial is 0 for the different values of x. Okay, now it is this one. So whether it is asking this way or this way, do not get confused. So the number of possible zeros or the equal number of values of polynomial is same as the degree of polynomial. It is this one. Very simple. So how many possible zeros are there? Here, observe. Here we are observing that the degree is 2. Degree is equals to 2. The number of zeros are -3 and 3. But how many zeros are there? So total 2 zeros. It is this one. Okay. The degree was 2. The zeros was also 2 in number. It is not the value. It is the number of zeros that we are counting. Okay. So it is this one. So it is very simple thing regarding these zeros. Otherwise there could be the confusion. Now let us come for the finding the zeros of a polynomial. I will explain just one method, then I will leave the class. So zeros of a quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. How to find? So this can be found by factorization method. Let me explain with example. So whatever the rule of factorization that we need to apply the rule of factorization means if we are given with a polynomial px and we need to find the possible zeros, then what we will do? The rule is that we need to equate this px to 0, then we need to find x. So according to factorization method, this polynomial px is to be broken into two linear polynomials. Since it is a quadratic polynomial, it has to be split into two linear polynomials. So this can be written as the product of two linear polynomial. Let us write mx as one linear polynomial and nx as another linear polynomial. Means this is broken into two linear polynomial. This is equated to 0. Means a student, this single polynomial have to be broken into two polynomial. This is 2-degree polynomial. This px that you will get is a 2-degree polynomial. Here this px, this is our 2-degree. This px is a 2-degree polynomial. But here each of these m will be 1-degree polynomial. This will also be another 1-degree polynomial. So that degree wise they will multiply. Example, let us understand this with an example. A student, let us consider a polynomial given as px is equals to x square minus 9. Getting now? So what is this? To find this, to find the zeros, first we are equating this polynomial to 0. It means x square minus 9 have to be equated to 0. Now, what was the degree of this here? This x square minus 9 have the degree 2. Now, this x square minus 9 can be written as x minus 3 into x plus 3 is equals to 0. Now, this is the one polynomial of degree 1. This is the other polynomial of degree 1. And these two polynomials are in the product. This is the meaning of this. Means the quadratic polynomial have to be split into the product of two linear polynomials. Then we are knowing that, students, if the product of two number is 0, means what? Again understand, जो आपने बचपन में सीखे हैं 2-3 में, उसको देखिए. यदि कोई सा भी दो नंबर का प्रोडक्ट यदि 0 है, a and b is coming as 0, तो इसका मीनिंग है या तो a का वैल्यू 0 रहेगा, a इंटू मीन्स 0 इंटू b, तभी ये 0 हो सकता है, और या तो ये रहेगा a was some real number, then this b must be 0, or the third one is both of them were 0. So these are the only three possibilities for this equation to satisfy. That concept is used here. Therefore, each of these linear polynomial is equated to 0, or each of these product term is equated to 0. So therefore, this x minus 3 is equated to 0. You may write here and, or both are okay. So either along with this should be 0, or only this is 0, this is not 0, or only this second is 0, first is not 0. That's why, to avoid this confusion of writing and or, we are just putting another line. Means this with this or this and this. So take the second part, x plus 3 is 0. And these two equations that we are getting from the single equation, and it is solved independently. So this become minus 3. Whatever the x that we have calculated, that have to be collected together. So these are the possible values of x which is satisfied by this px when it is equated to 0. Okay, so these were the zeros. A student, so how is the rule? The rule is very simple. For finding the, we are talking for the quadratic. Okay, now student, do not get confused with the cubic right now. That's why I have written here 2-degree polynomial. M and n will be 1-degree polynomial. Then equate this mx to 0 and nx to 0. Find x. So finally, this x we have to write. It is this one. A student, for expressing this quadratic polynomial as the product of two linear polynomial, that is the major challenge. Here, x square minus 9, here it appears that it is in the form of identity a square minus b square. That's why we have written a minus b, a plus b. But many a time, the quadratic equation given cannot be fit in the form of identity. Then what to do? So for that, there's the general method. So right, for factorization, where is the factorization, student? Here, conversion of this into this form means one 2-degree polynomial as the product of two 1-degree polynomial. This is your factorization. Factorization is involved in this step. So for this step, conversion of this 2-degree into two 1-degree polynomial, we use splitting middle term. Splitting middle term. This is splitting of middle term. How it is done? We have learned in class 9, but let us recall because it is very useful. Many of our students might have forgotten. So let us take with the example. Then I will write the general way. Let us write, say, 3x square minus 5x, then minus 2. This is the polynomial given, and we need to find all zeros. The question is this one. So the rule for finding the zeros, understand it carefully. The most important thing or most important part of this chapter is this one only. For zeros, this px have to be equated to 0. Then we have to calculate all values of x. When this is equated to 0, means this expression have to be equal to 0. So write this 3x square minus of 5x minus 2 is now 0. Now, this is 2-degree equation. 2-degree equation. Since equal sign is there, it is called as equation. Otherwise, it will be called as expression. I had explained the difference between equation and expression. Now, we want to convert this single 2-degree quadratic equation as the product of two 1-degree linear polynomial. This left part. What to do? For that, students, for that, something we have to do in our side by side or in rough. First, compare this with the ABC. What is our A? A is 3, B is minus 5, and C is minus 2. This you have to do side by side. No need to do here. Just you have to do side, means on this side. But no need to do in the rough work. This is not the rough. This is to be done on this side only. Now, go for A into C. Multiplied first with the third. I mean, this is the first term, this is the third term. Rather than directly taking the entire term like 2x square and minus 2, I am just taking ABC. That is enough. Otherwise, you may take this entire term also. Like 3x square multiplied to minus 2. That will also give the same result. But don't bother for that because their x square is involved. So many a time students are getting confused. So better to take ABC. So it is our 3 into minus 2. स्टूडेंट जहां भी आपको कोई दिक्कत हो आप पूछना ना भूले. Though I am going to explain each and every step. So it is now minus 6. Student, after this minus 6, you have to write all the possible factors of this minus 6. What could be the factors? Let me write. Student, I may take minus 1 and 6 because the product of these two can give us this 6. So we have to take the two factors whose product should be this AC. Choose all the possible factors. I may take 1 and minus x because changing the sign we can get the other factor. Student, 3 2 is 6. I may take minus 2 and 3. Can I take -2 and -3? No, because minus and minus become plus, but here the sign is minus, so this is not desirable. तो आप -2 -3 नहीं लेंगे, -1 में ही रखने हैं. So 2 and -3. The other one, is there any other factor? No, only these are the 6 factors that we can write. Sorry, 4 factors. So these are the 4 possible factors of this AC taken in pair. You have to write, other cannot be written. Now you go for adding these. Adding means with the plus symbol you have to keep in between, because sign is already considered here. A student, -1 plus 6. What is this? It is plus of 5. But now add this. 1 plus of -6. Whatever the sign you have considered, do not forget it. It is like 1 minus 6. It is our -5. Add this. -2 plus of 3. It is our 1. Add this. It is our 2 plus -3. It is our minus of 1. Now, after this, you have to look for this B. The B is -5, and you have to choose that factor from this side which is giving -5. It means this choice is correct. Means what we shall write? We shall write this -5 as 1 minus 6. Means the coefficient B shall be written as 1 minus 6. Then we can separate this x. So x become the 2. Then we have to take the common. So this is the rule that we are using. A student, in place of this B as -5, it is given as -1. Then we shall choose this 4th factor. Okay. So let me do this. Then I will take the other one. So this way we have observed that this -5 shall be replaced by 1 minus 6. It simply means that. Why not by the other, say -5? Why I shall not replace this -5 as -2 and -3? That step we will understand in the next. So students, in this case, you just write this as 3x square. This -5 is, you may write this. It is our -5 is 1 minus 6. So minus of 5x, from here direct we can associate this as -5. We are writing as 1 minus 6. So if we have this associated with the -5x, then I shall write, associate this x, 1x, simply x, minus 6x, mean the same thing. So we shall use this directly. After determining this, you have to just associate along with this x. Therefore, this -5, we are writing this as, what is the sign of this x? Student, this x is our plus x minus of 6x. So that's why this plus sign is taken here. So this is our plus x minus of 6x minus of 2 is equated to 0. So this way we are observing that this middle term is split into the 2. That's why this method is also called as splitting the middle term. Factorization method or splitting the middle term. So only this middle term is split into 2. But this splitting should be such that some of the things can be taken common from the first 2 terms, and some of the term can be taken common from the second and from the next 2 terms. Now while taking the common, the bracket should be same. So let us apply that one. Taking here, we are observing x and x is common from the first two, x can be taken out. What is left is 3, and one of these x will be here, because x into x multiplication gives us x square. Next, plus symbol is there, x is already taken out, means 1 is there. Here we are observing the sign is negative, so minus can be taken out. From this 6 and 2 we are observing 2 is common, so take the 2 out. When 2 is taken out, this 6 becomes 3, because 2 into 3 gives us this 6. So 3
minus 1
will remain as it is. Now at this place, minus 2 is taken out, so the sign will change to plus, because before the bracket the minus is taken. So it is now plus 1. This is 0. Now students, from here we have to understand few more things. From here we can understand why we have chosen this minus 5 as 1 minus 6. Why I shall not choose minus 5 as minus 3 minus 2? Because minus 5 can be written as minus 3 minus 2 also. But while taking this minus 3 minus 2, you cannot these two bracket common. At that time, this term and this term will be different. Means these two common bracket cannot be taken. The purpose is to take this entire common bracket as one bracket and form the other linear factor. That's why we are avoiding the other splitting or any arbitrary splitting. हम अपने मन से कुछ भी स्प्लिट नहीं करते मिडल टर्म को, हम मिडल टर्म को ऐसे एडजस्ट करते हैं कि हमें पहले दो टर्म में कॉमन आने के बाद एक ब्रैकेट आए, दूसरे मींस नेक्स्ट दो टर्म में जब कॉमन ले तो सेम ही टाइप का ब्रैकेट आ जाए. ये तभी हो पाता है जब हम मिडल टर्म यानी कोफिशिएंट बी को इस तरीके से स्प्लिट करें कि फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट का प्रोडक्ट के फैक्टर्स का एडिशन मिडल टर्म दे. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज स्प्लिटिंग द मिडल टर्म और फर्स्ट इनटू थर्ड रूट. सो दिस इज द की थिंग दैट यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड. क्लास 9th में भी आपने पढ़े होंगे, बट आई हैव एक्सप्लेन एवरीथिंग वंस मोर. नाउ स्टूडेंट, this entire bracket is common, so this 3x plus 1 is now taken common, means the entire bracket is common. So from this first term only x will left, and from this next term only 2 is left. So this get converted into 3x plus 1 as one bracket, this is equated to 0, and x minus 2 as 0. Therefore, now each of these terms have to be equated to 0. Student, keep in mind this was the equation, so left hand side put this implied symbol, not the equal symbol. Okay, keep in mind on left hand side you need to put the arrow over the equal, because equal symbol is carried in between this. So right, this implies 3x plus 1 is equals to 0, and the other bracket is x minus 2 is equals to 0. This we need to solve. So therefore from here we can get x bring on the right hand side minus of 1. This 3 will come in denominator. From here this x will be here, it will come on the right hand side, change its sign. So therefore collect both the value of x and write it together, 1 by 3 comma 2. So therefore zeros are 1 by 3 comma 2. So this is the only method called first into third method. Student, now you people please tell me one more question, or you people please find. So find all zeros of say 3x square minus of x minus of 6. Yes, student, find it. First one is this. Second one is 3x square plus 5x minus 6. This is the second one. The third one, say x square minus of x minus of 6. The fourth one, x square minus of 5x plus of 6. So sign choosing is very important. These four things we are going to discuss. Let me explain one more question. Let me consider the fourth question directly. We are given with x square minus of 5x minus of, plus of 6. This is the polynomial px is given. Let us consider the fourth question where the polynomial given px is x square minus 5x plus 6. Apply the condition for zeros. This px have to be equated to 0. This implies x square minus 5x plus 6 is equated to 0. We have to find all the values of x from here. Do not forget to put this imply symbol on left hand side because equal symbol is carried in between. Now, do the splitting middle term. For that, apply the technique. Write ABC. A is coefficient of x square 1. B is coefficient of x minus 5. C is plus 6. So do not forget this sign. Do A into C along with the sign. So it is 1 into 6. It is our 6. Now write all the possible factors of 6 and choose that factor which can give us minus 5. So student, keep in mind it is a positive number. Can I get this minus 5? Yes, it is possible when both the pair of factor is negative. So I may take 1 and 6. I may take minus 1 minus 6. I may take 3 2s are 6. So 3 and 2 or 2 and 3 you may take. So 2 and 3 minus 2 minus 3. Writing this as 6 1, that doesn't matter, as 1 6 or 6 1, the order is not important, but sign is very important. Okay. So these are the possible factors. How I have written as student? The same thing, 6, 2 and 3. So the factors could be, one is the 1 itself, the other is 2, 3 and the 6. But we need to take the pair so that the product should be 6. So that's why this 6 is written as the product of two factors. Those factors we have written here along with the sign. Now go for adding this along with this sign. 1 plus 6, it can give us 7. Minus 1 plus of minus 6, it is like minus 1 minus 6 minus 7. The next one is 2 plus 3, 5. The next one is minus 2 plus of minus 3, it is our minus 2 minus 3 minus of 5. What we are observing? Here we are observing that this B was minus 5 and minus 5 is coming in this case. It means I shall write this way. So from here we are concluding that minus 5, the middle term shall be replaced by minus 2 minus 3. it means minus 5x is always associated in the middle term. So minus 2x minus of 3x. Okay, this is the only technique that we are using. So get the product of A and C, write the factors, choose that factors, means add the factors, choose that factor whose sum is giving B. Along with the sign, do not forget this sign, okay? Otherwise, you will commit mistake. Here we have observed minus 5x shall be replaced by minus 2x minus 3x. So this is our x square minus 2x minus 3x plus 6 is equated to 0. This become, now take this x as common. So this is x
minus 3.
Only left. From this minus 2x, the only 2 will be left with the negative sign. Now in this we are getting, student, this is negative, this is positive. Keep in mind, wherever negative sign is coming first, take that minus out. So put this minus, and in these two number, if any number is also common, take it out, so that the second bracket shall exactly match with the first bracket. So taking 3 out, we will left with the x. The minus is taken out, so this sign will also change to negative. 3 is taken out, so it will left with the 2. This is now 0. So this what we have to do the adjustment. It is very important. All the students are advised to listen it again and again. Any doubt, then please ask. Now this entire bracket is common. Take x minus 2 entire bracket outside. Now for this we will open the other bracket. So from this first term, x minus 2 is out, so only x is left. The second, x minus 2 is out, so minus 3 is left. This much one. Now here we have to equate each of them to 0 and x minus 3 to 0. Here it gives us x is equals to 2, and here it gives x is equals to 3. Therefore, what are the zeros? X is equals to 2 comma 3. These are the answers. Okay, student, you can verify. So how to verify? Whatever you have calculated is correct or not. So substitute 2 in this polynomial. Our polynomial is x square minus 5x plus 6. This is the polynomial. We are substituting it in this one, P2. So 2 square minus 5 into 2 plus of 6. Let us do. 2 square is 4 minus 5 2s are 10 plus 6. Yes, we are getting it is 10 minus 10. This is 0. So okay. Ready? Means x equals to 2 is correct 0. Even the second can also be verified whether 3 is our correct answer or not. So it becomes 3 square minus of 5 into 3 plus of 6. 3 3s are 9. 5 3s are 15 plus of 6. Adding these two, it is 15 minus 15. This is 0. Okay. So it's very simple thing that we have learned. So students, do not forget, this is the basic of entire quadratic polynomial and quadratic equation also, because quadratic equation is nothing but same as the quadratic polynomial. That we will see. That is even more easier once we have understand the quadratic polynomials. A student, let me add few more question here as the homework. So this thing you will do in the homework. A student, let me add few more. Say the x square minus of 7x plus of 6. The next one is our x square minus of 7x plus of 10. It is this one. Please do only this much. So do this as the homework, student. Let us stop the class here.